Hi, welcome to Sabbath School Daily, where we have been studying from this lesson right here, Psalms. This week we've been studying from lesson number 5, which has the title, Singing the Lord's Song in a Strange Land. And today is Thursday's lesson, which has the title, Lest the Righteous Be Tempted. Thursday's lesson is in a way connected to Wednesday's topic, in the context of observing things through our lens of time. The problem that is raised here by the psalmist is as old as time. Why does it seem that good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people? That is the big question of Psalm 73. Look at verses 12 through 13. Behold, these are the ungodly, who are always at ease. They increase in riches. Surely I have cleansed my heart in vain, and washed my hands in innocence. For all day long I have been plagued and chastened every morning. It seems as though the psalmist is genuinely confused. Has he been righteous for nothing? As the lesson puts it here on Thursday's lesson, these psalms lament the current prosperity of the wicked and the challenge that this fact poses to the righteous. The wicked not only prosper, but at times also openly despise God and oppress others. The perplexing issue is that while the scepter of wickedness dominates the world, the scepter of righteousness seems to be failing. Why not then give up and embrace evil as others do? So many times we are tempted to think the same. Why do good when it doesn't seem to get us anywhere? When everyone else seems to be having the best time by going the wrong way, by doing the wrong things, by enjoying what the Bible calls sin. But that is precisely where yesterday's lesson comes in. Our perspective is too short-sighted, friends. We cannot see with the same breadth as God. It is only when the psalmist goes to God's sanctuary that he is given the correct perspective. Only in the presence of God, where eternity extends, is he reminded that God will not be mocked, that the Lord God of heaven is the Lord of hosts, and that as the very essence of morality, the very standard of righteousness, it is impossible to do wrong and prosper. It is impossible to disconnect ourselves from the source of life and expect to move on forever. The problem isn't with God, but with our limited understanding of him, our skewed perception of time. God is not illogical, friends, merely supralogical, beyond our ability of comprehension. We are called to persevere in these times to understand that God's way is always the best way, regardless of our understanding of it. We are summoned to continue in prayer and supplication. The lesson finishes brilliant on Friday, and I know that this is tomorrow's lesson, but I do want to include this paragraph of tomorrow's lesson today because it goes so well with what we've been talking about. You'll find this in the last paragraph of tomorrow's lesson, and it says this: the times when God hides his face do not undermine the efficacy of prayer. On the contrary, these occasions cause the psalmist to examine themselves, recall God's past saving acts, and seek God with confession and humble petitions. Faith grows strong by coming in conflict with doubts and opposing influences. The experiences gained in these trials is of more value than the most costly jewels. And this is found in Testimonies for the Church, Volume 3, page 555. Please study your lesson. There's a lot more included in today's lesson. This topic here is brilliant. It's beautiful, and it is part of our daily, of our practical Christian living. And before you think that there is no accountability, that evil is just running rampant, and that there is no profit into being righteous, remember, it is possible to fool a few people for a long time or many people for a little bit of time, but it is impossible to fool everyone all the time. The Lord our God is the righteous judge, and he will bring into account every deed that has been done under the sun. May the Lord bless you. Study your lesson. Look up the verses. Look up the chapters. I'm sure that will bless you. Also, comment down below. I love hearing from you. I love hearing your questions, your comments, your thoughts. And also, please remember to like, to share, and to subscribe to our videos. We release one every day. And I hope to see you again here tomorrow for another Sabbath School Daily.